In this video, I want to start to take a look at examples number 2 and 3. But actually, I want you to try to work through examples number 2 and 3. Now, I'm going to ask you to not delete what we just put into the calculator in list 1 and list 2 for our previous problem where we were looking at number of hours studied and final exam scores. Instead, I'd like you to go ahead and put something like our representative age here into list number 3 and into list number 4. And I want you to see if when you do that, if you can end up with the following picture that I've sketched out here. I'd ask you to do the same thing with example number 3, which has height and annual income. And you can make those L5 and L6 respectively. Okay, we're going to use each of these lists again, and so I don't want you to delete them so you won't have to retype all of these values back into the calculator later time. So what I ask you to do is to try to go ahead and create each of these pictures as you pause the video. And then once you have everything fully filled out, you can check your answers by taking a look at my summary once you unpause. Okay, so if you've worked through all of the problems, what you'll see here is that we should get our first picture looking something like this. This first question was dealing with representative age groups and the percent of people in them that perform volunteer work. When I talk about form for something like this, well, this definitely doesn't have the shape of something linear. It's kind of curved or it's arched, and you could really kind of say any of those things when it comes to form. It's curved, it's arched. If you're feeling really mathy, you might say that it looks like it's something quadratic, kind of like a parabola, maybe opening downward, but any of those would be totally fine. When I talk about direction, well, it's not only going up and it's not only going down. So I might say that this is increasing and then decreasing. That seems pretty fair. Unusual features, I don't really think we have any here. Now, when I look at example number 3, I got a picture that looks something like this. And this is kind of strange because your picture, again, mine might be just a little bit off. Yours, you might have sketched, it might have been a little bit bigger, but it's kind of like there's not really much of a form here. It's totally possible that maybe I just kind of get a big splattering of dots everywhere, and I can't really say that it fits into any sort of general shape. So here I might say there doesn't really seem to be any sort of form here. So if there's no form, it's kind of hard to describe a direction. But in terms of unusual features, I might notice that this data point up here seems extremely far away from all the other data points and might serve as an outlier. So I can say here, there is an outlier. Okay, so hopefully you were able to get some similar pictures to the ones that I had here. And in the next video, we're going to talk about this final idea of strength. How can I measure the strength of the relationship?